And when we did JFL together in
2019. Yeah.
You were sober.
100%. I started smoking 1 year after the pandemic. 2021.
Okay. Not during the pandemic.
I made it through 1 year of it, and then I broke. And I started touring. I did 59 cities my first year.
Jesus.
And I broke real bad. You know, I didn't know what I was doing, and it was too much.
And now?
I'm doing 51 cities. I'm taking a break.
Oh.
No, yeah. But I now know how to function. I now know how to operate. I have my little systems. You figure shit out, you know, you function better.
Oh, so you were touring so much that you were like, I'm going to use weed to deal with the anxiety. I'm doing that. I feel like
it was a couple of dark shit. It was a couple of deaths, like back to back, boom, boom. The world shut down. I'm launching up, weird feelings. The world's on fire. I'm going this way. And then, deaths and I just hit it and I went, and it made me feel better, and it was a beautiful medicine that did save me. And then I'm a fiend and an addict, and then I started abusing it, and then it went from a solution to I need this to function.
Yeah.
And that's when I hate it. I know weed's fine. In my fan base, they talk shit back and forth. They're like, it's fine, but that's my whole point. It's fine if you're not a fucking fiend, you know?
Yeah.
It changes when you do it all day, every day. And then you're always chasing that fucking high. And then you got to get concentrates, edibles, waxes, tinctures.
Yeah, to deal with the tolerance.
And then I'm like, I might as well do speed. No,
yeah,
I'm kidding.
Totally,
I didn't get there, but it can.
Are you off it now completely?
I'm working my way again. I went off of it for like 45 days. I think I lasted. And now I've been doing ayahuasca, and it comes to you. It's like, give this shit up. It's holding you back, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm literally giving my weed away to my dad, and I was gonna give you that weed right there if you need any.
What is that?
It's
flower.
Yeah, good kush.
I am the most anti-weed girl.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that crazy?
You don't need it
because I'm convinced that it killed my father. Basically, I mean, he smoked 11 joints a day, and he I don't know. People say it's not addictive, but
it's so addictive.
I think it might be one of the most.
It's so addictive. The withdrawals aren't.
That's why it's addictive.
They're not as crazy as real drugs, but it is so addictive. I am struggling so hard to get off of a sweet little flower, and I want to quit, but I'm like, just one more.
Yeah.
And just one more puff, ain't nobody gonna know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm honest with that shit anyways. I can't lie. That's why I'm like, hey, I'm sober from alcohol and narcotics, but I smoke like a chimney. I can't. Yeah. I don't want to.
It's hard. I mean, it's also just the altered state is like, I was watching a video of a panda, and he was...
Did you want to go dark? Did you want to finish the story about Papa or no? We don't have to.
Well, he just was smoking so much weed. You would watch him stop, and he would start to get a little weird, and then he would smoke. And then he'd smoke more and mellow out. And we're the same person. He's very all over the place and manic and then depressed and then manic. And I have big ideas, but now I can't do them. So I'll smoke weed and then I'll chisel away at something. And I think what happened was he was in a lot of pain, felt really bad, but he was smoking so much that he just was ignoring the pain, and he just died in his sleep. But I think if he hadn't been smoking weed, he would have been
paid attention to the symptoms.
Totally. Because you know that. You know when you smoke weed and you're just all of a sudden
that's why you think I smoke it.
Yeah, right.
To check the fuck out and not be in here.
Yeah.
I'm high. But then you just go right back there. It lasts once you in the beginning it was good. That's what I mean. That's the struggle I have, because it really did save me. It was a medicine. But then it fucking switches, and then I need it every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm crazy. I don't feel high anymore.
Mushrooms are the only drug that I'll do, and they kind of, besides Prozac, but they which I do think is a drug. But they do tell you, they do stop you. They're like, you don't want any more of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if you microdose 4 days in a row, on the 5th day, you're like,
why am I crying?
Yeah, totally. But weed is one of those things where it just alters you enough that it
you're functioning.
You're functioning, and then you have the sweet spot where you hit it, and you're like, I have the right perspective right now. I have the correct perspective on life.
You're always trying to find that. Yeah.
But
it's a vicious cycle. No, but I'm I have hard feelings against the head meds. They taken out a few homies of mine switching pills and shit, you know.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Band-Aid for a fucking sword wound. Yeah, I said sword.
Yeah, I don't. I vacillate. I'll go into depression, and then I'm like, what am I doing off Prozac? I shouldn't be off it. I'm so depressed. And then I take Prozac, and I'm like floating, and I'm like, this is also not good. And then I'm always trying to like find the right.
You just need some time in the jungle. You gotta go see a shaman.
Yeah.
You want to do
Yeah.
ayahuasca?
Yeah.
I'll take you.
What do you
I'm
do?
going this weekend.
Really?
Cancel
How
your
often
shows.
do you go?
Stop eating pork.
I'm not eating pork.
Good. You're
the,
ready.
It's the devil's.
Yeah. It's
the
so
devil's
good.
meat.
It
It's
is
so
the devil's
good.
meat.
Yeah.
The devil always tastes the best.
Yeah. It's
What
so
the fuck,
good.
devil? Get out of here. I don't want your pork. Oh, I love bacon.
It's so good.
What the fuck is in that shit? It's so dirty. They're just like, just don't eat pork. You will vomit so much.
Is that true? They say that?
Because it's a cleanser. It gets rid of heavy metals, poisons, all sorts of shit. Microplastics, pork.
Did you vomit when you take? What happens
Only
when you
2
take it?
times. I have only puked 2 times out of 8 sessions.
That's a lot of sessions.
I know.
How
I'm
many-
an addict. What do you want?
How many are you supposed to do? Aren't you supposed to do
I'm
one?
going for 9 and 10. Stop being a pussy. You're the one on speed, bitch.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip right here. Aren't I funny? My friends are funny. Keep clicking, liking, subscribing right here for more. Click.